right, boys, we have covered topic number 12, correct? Right, topic number 12, we covered on disease and immunity. And I think for today, we're going to do a small activity related to it. And then only then we can proceed on topic number 13, topic on excretion. Right, everybody ready to begin? Okay, we start now. Now, the lesson objective for today, right? There's going to be two. Number one, identify canal pasty, which this one you are already being taught about. So you're going to identify the different types of diseases. From where? Each group will be given a poster which you will analyze. It will be limited to the different types of diseases that you have already covered, which are the malaria, cholera, HIV, alcohol drinking. You're going to evaluate and analyze from a real life scenario. Okay, later we're going to see the poster. And then for number 2 is for you to, on top of identifying, you should be able to describe and explain how each of these diseases, the diseases that you are going to look at, how are they going to be transmitted? Can somebody tell me what does transmitted mean? Rifai, what does transmitted mean? Transfer or spread, right? And we have covered about 2 ways how they spread. Can somebody at least explain to me one? How a disease spreads from one host to another? Physical contact like? What was it? Skin to skin, for example, in sexual intercourses, right? So these are the ones that you should be able to explain much further using the activities going to be provided today. Right now, moral integration, we're going to talk about responsibility on top of knowing how to collaborate with others, respecting other decisions. But more importantly, is the responsibility of taking care of your own health and then how it affects others as well, right? Now, as a lesson starter, which of these can spread diseases? What are these, right? You're going to have to look at this link or you have to scan here, right? I think you should be able to access using the devices provided on each group. Okay, you may access using the link. And for this group, you may use this one. Hold on. Okay. Nah. Scan QR code. Try sekejap. It's just a group activity, no need for individual. Okay? Yeah? Nah. Together with the whole group. You may move 2 chairs ke sana so that it's easier. Move there. Sebelah sana. Much easier. Right? I will only be giving you 5 minutes to do this. Okay, sharing food, mosquito bites. But which of these from the picture can spread diseases? Type your answer there. As a whole group, not individual. You may type in more than one answer. One person type, the rest of you may discuss. Yes? Jauh kameranya. Undangnya sana. Ya, lupa saja. Apa? No, you can have more than one. Daripada all the options there, you may type in more than that. Ano dapat tadi? Kenapa makan lambat? Cholera. What do you call that? Bah, coba lagi. I'll publish the screen. Apa? Belum. Hold on. Human. What does immunodeficiency mean? Very good. That's the pathogen. What is that is the pathogen, but what is the disease today? AIDS. Very good. What does AIDS stand for? Very good. Okay, give me a minute. Even if you are unable to get in, I'll just collect answers from everybody and see lah. Give me a moment. The other three groups, are you able to submit your answers already? Third group, submitted. All right. Musia. Right, for this group, it's okay. You're gonna proceed sometime. You're gonna try again later, lah. But we'll see later. Now, let's look at some of the answers right here. Let me see. All right. Right, so if you look from based on these answers, if you look closely, a lot of you actually says sharing needles are the ones that can spread diseases. Dirty hands, mosquito bites, but the rest, you are saying hugging someone, drinking clean water, smoking, using the same toilet would not be able to spread diseases. But we'll get back into this one, huh? You need to understand how some of them can actually spread diseases. Right? But you're not wrong. You're correct on the most part. Okay? So now I'm going to give you a task. In each group, you're going to observe about a poster that is happening inside a village. In this village poster, something is spreading within the village among the community. Right? What do you think it could be? Less than 5 minutes, I'm just going to ask you to talk with your friends, and later we're going to proceed on doing the activity, right? Something is spreading right there. Just gonna give you 3 minutes because we took quite a few times. Good question from one group. Are there multiple diseases? What do you think? Yes, so it's up to you to identify. We're gonna use this one. Everybody has an idea what they're thinking of? What diseases? Okay, not start yet. Wait for the next instruction. Now, eyes on the front. These are the main tasks you're going to carry out today. Identify from the first learning objective. Identify the different types of diseases. You have 4 groups with you. Group 1, Group 2, Group 3, and Group 4. Group 1, this is your hint. This is your prompt. Okay? For Group 1, identify a disease that begins in still and stagnant water. Do not identify any other types of diseases besides this prompt. Group number 2, identify a disease that may spread through eating and drinking. Group number 3, your prompt is identify a disease that can spread through contact with blood. And finally, group number 4, identify a disease that develops over time due to poor lifestyle choices. Right? So identify these 4, discuss within 10 minutes, and share using Padlet from this QR code. Right? Scan this code first, and then you're going to have 10 minutes to do that. Ada Padlet ready? Right. Your group 1 kan? Look at the instructions, right? From the poster. Using Padlet, look at the next instruction. Mana Padlet? Right? Your group? Right? Group 2, 3, you okay? Yes, Rifai. 012527.
Oh, terbaliknya.
Right. Then I ask you to go to Padlet kan tadi? Oops, sorry. This one. Group number 2. Right. Look at the instructions. Hold on. What's group number 2? Wait for it. Okay, so far your prompt is apa tadi? Identify a disease
that spreads through eating and drinking.
Okay. From which of the poster would you be able to identify? Mana? From eating and drinking. Which one is that? Okay. So, what does it do? Right, I'll open that. Okay, can you see? Number 2. Look at the instructions from Padlet. Okay, you're going to do this together. And you're only looking at group number 2. Upload an image from the poster that your group has discussed which answers the prompt. Which one did you point out just now? From the prompt. What was your prompt? A disease, identify a disease that?
Through eating and drinking.
Through eating and drinking. Which one was it?
Eating and drinking. Apa boleh?
Can. That one can. So let's say you upload one image only then. Then answer the following question. Why is it dangerous? Why is this dangerous? Why did you point it out this one? Why did you point it out this one? Why is this dangerous? And very good. If it's dirty, and then you gotta explain that what is happening, what's with the dirty water, and then finally Your final question should be, from what you have gathered here, you should know what disease from the prompt it was. Is it HIV? Cholera. Why is it not HIV? You're correct. Why is it not HIV?
Spread by using
Using?
needle,
It's very good.
breast milk, from infected mother to fetus.
Very good. Are you seeing all those needles on the images you pointed out? No, except for which part? Which image is using transfusion of needles? Very good. So that doesn't relate to your prompt. Only answer related to your prompt and answer the 5 questions. Okay, proceed. Yes. You guys are group number? Right now, you have a poster. And then the first question is upload an image from the poster that your group has discussed, which answers the prompt. Your prompt was identify a disease. What was it just now? Identify, very good. Identify a disease that can spread through blood. From this poster, which one can spread disease through blood? Very good. Okay, so take a picture of this one. Right? Right? As simple as that. Doesn't have to be difficult. Okay? Upload an image. This one. And oh, sorry. Right? Take a picture of that one. Hold on. Okay, and then answer the next few questions. A total of 5 questions. Yep, yep, yep. Which one? Huh? Please raise your hand if you're stuck. Doesn't have to. Very good. Nancy. Okay, so you have answered question number 1. Right? And click comment. Done. Right? And then proceed to question number 2. Very good. Right? Hold on. Why is it dangerous? Why is this activity dangerous? So, in total, after you have answered the following question in sequence, yeah, you should do it in order. And then, finally, the final question should be, what disease do you think it is? From answering this question, you should know what disease you are talking about from your discussion. Right? Less than 10 minutes now, right? That's good, then. Tradition. We've made a habit. Very good. If you want to elaborate more than one sentence, then also can. Okay, let's say you publish, you can edit it later. Group number 4. What did you answer? Oh, the comment yang di sini, you're supposed to comment here. Right now, for example, you should do it in sequence. Do it from the top. Upload an image from the poster that your group has discussed, which answers the prompt. Your prompt was identify a disease that should be a lifestyle risk, right? So here, add a comment, and then should take a picture first. Which part of the poster that has lifestyle risk? Which part? Okay. All right. Very good. Okay. Now, then you may click yes. On to the next one. Okay. You publish your picture. Now, following in sequence, from that picture, please tell me why is it dangerous. This, you're answering this part, kan? Right? So comment on here the same way. Right? Okay. And then should be able to answer the following question, because the final question, it should be asking what disease or what lifestyle risk is that you're talking about on the picture. Okay? Anything difficult, boys? All is okay? Which question are you doing? One, okay? Okay. If you have extra time, it's very possible that you can identify more than one picture kan sebenarnya for your particular disease, for your particular point. You may explain and elaborate in a much longer term, but okay. More than one sentence is fine. It's even better. Right? Nak nampak boys? Everything okay? How does it spread?
Like,
How does this spread? What does that question mean? So how? How does it spread? You know this activity spreads a disease, right? But how does it spread the disease? Through skin. How? What's with skin? Sharing of what type of physical contact? You're not wrong. There's a physical contact there. What are they sharing there? What are they sharing there? Needle, right? So that's one of the activity that they are doing. Very good. Sharing apa tadi? Very good. Sharing of contaminated needles. Right? I cannot say sharing. Could be sharing of personal things like sharing toothbrush, could be if there is blood involved. Okay, but I cannot say that because it's not related to the picture. Right? So you gotta answer based on the picture that you have provided. Right? Group 1, all is okay? 4? Yes? Mana saja? It's all up to you. It's all up to you. Mana Padlet? Less than 4 minutes. After 4 minutes are done, we're gonna look at all the answers together. Which question are you, boys? Question number? Done. Okay, you may look at other people's answer. You're gonna realize that we are looking into different pictures, kan?
Chinatown kan cik, Chinatown. Kerja siapa? Apa yang dulu?
Ini saya bukan. All answer?
Dia sharing same video. Kiel, mana aku Kiel? Ani ni jauh.
Mana? There's still time.
Oh, lima tu.
Group 2? Sudah type?
Bukan.
Group 2? All answered?
Yes.
Show picture.
Mana?
Belum gambar.
Udah dia tadi.
Oh, mau terus tempat lain dah.
Enggak. Dah bilang masa gambar sekali tu.
Okay, just take picture. Only question number 1 kan? Yeah? Group number 3, I think. What is happening here? What are they doing?
Each other.
Needle apa? Each other. What are they doing? They are sharing the same needles. Right? That's it. Okay. But it's okay. We're gonna discuss later. Okay, that's why later sekarang we're gonna elaborate together. These are group punya points kan? Okay, and I'm sure other groups are talking as well from the whole poster. Right? And then next one. Very good. Semua sudah?
Habis.
Sharing same needles. What's happening here? How does this spread? What disease do you think it is? Right? It's okay. Right? From the prompt itself, okay, you pointed out. I'm pretty sure you are correct, okay? And I think a lot of other groups also, they are able to answer on the spot and other prompts as well. Then we're going to discuss together. Right? How about the rest of the picture? What do you think? Looking from other prompts, semua gambarnya lain-lain. Okay? From here, from this picture, are there diseases transmitted here? Yes. Why is there a disease here? Why is there a disease here? How about this one? Very clear. Why do you say there's a disease spreading here? Dirty water, banyak lalat. What's with flies? Flies kenapa? House flies. What do they do? Cholera. Very good. Okay, cholera is the vector. Cholera is the disease. Okay, there's bacteria as well in terms of what's the name? Cholera's pathogen. Very good. Bacteria, vibrio, cholera. Very good. Okay. So there's a lot of things, but I cannot pinpoint only cholera is taking place here. Right? There are other diseases transmitted here, which we are going to discuss later. Right, boys? Can we discuss? All posted on Padlet? Oops, sorry. Right. This is the part where you're gonna explain all the points that you have discussed as a representative from the group. Okay. Hopefully we can get to all groups. Justify your answers from Padlet. Now, let's see the answers right here on Padlet. Okay, group number 1. Everybody has the same question, just different prompt, right? Let's see from group number 1. Group number 1, the prompt was identify a disease that spread through stale and stagnant water. Okay, can anybody give a guess before going through the question? Can anybody give a guess from that prompt, a disease that spread through stale and stagnant water? What disease pops up in mind? Malaria. Okay, meaning you're heading in the right direction. Now, group number 1. Everybody has the same poster. Let's look. Okay. Is this the correct picture that they're giving? Yes. Question is, why is the well filled with water? Why is it dangerous? Your answer was? Hold on, let's see. Female Anopheles mosquito could reproduce and lay eggs in the still water and it can infect healthy people. True or not? True. Which leads to question number 3. I would want you to explain what is happening here. Can you tell me how female Anopheles mosquito infect health? Let's say you have a infected mosquito. Okay, infected female Anopheles mosquito. Can you tell me the process how it infects a host? From group number 1, how does it infect a host, a healthy host? Alif? Okay, group from the back, listen. Female Anopheles mosquito.
Inject the parasite. This is Plasmodium.
Very good, Plasmodium.
Using its proboscis, and the parasite clot, the and the parasite.
You're
and the
correct.
parasite
I'm not saying it wrong. You're correct.
blood clot.
Very good. The parasite cause blood clot, right? And then parasite, what happened? What's the first organ? Can anybody remember? Built from that answer. He's heading the Alif is going in the right direction. Okay, but can somebody continue the answer? When parasites cause blood clot, inject the saliva using proboscis just now. What happens next? It doesn't stay there. It goes somewhere. It goes somewhere in your body. Can anybody recall? It attacks your red blood cell, and then this red blood cell will go where? Not lungs, not heart, liver. Right? It will go to the liver. So what happened? Towards the final question, yeah? Once it goes to the liver, it will multiply. It will reproduce. When it becomes a lot, your body will start to develop symptoms. Can anybody recall? From group number 4? From group number 4, can you recall any symptoms of people who suffer from malaria? Shivering, very good. That's the first symptom. And then it goes severe from then on. What were they? They develop? After shivering? Fever, very good. What's the most severe symptom they could get? Anemia. What's anemia? Kurang darah merah. Right? That's why as you go along towards this question, right? Female Anopheles mosquito, proboscis, very good. As you go along towards the end of the question, everybody has the same sequence of question. You should be able to identify what type of disease using the prompt, which is, what was it? Malaria, very good. Okay, so that's why I told you it's important for you to know the pathogen, the vector, the transmission. Right, let's look at group number 2. Are you ready, group number 2? Let's analyze together. Are they uploading the correct image? What was the prompt? The prompt was identify a disease that spread through eating and drinking. What are the people doing there? They are eating, possibly sharing water, and so on. That's why they are explaining here. Let's see. What did they explain? Why is it dangerous? Because it is dirty. How do you know it's dirty? From the surrounding. The question right now is where did they get the water? But judging from the poster itself, is the whole situation, the whole environment in the village clean? No. So risk of diseases are more common right there. Okay, sharing and eating dirty food. Let's see collectively what disease are they talking about. Anybody give a guess? What disease should they talk about? Cholera. Yeah. So technically, the way how cholera and malaria spreads, are they the same? No. Right? There are different ways on how diseases spread. Interestingly, go to group number 3. Prompt is identify a disease that, what's the prompt? Identify a disease through blood. Very good. Okay. Is the activity in the picture correct? Elaborate group number 3. Oops, sorry. Why is it dangerous? Sharing the needles. Sharing same needle. Sharing the same needle. What is happening here? Sharing the same needle. I want all groups to elaborate here. Because it's more than just sharing the same needle. How did it spread? And finally, justify the answer. Are they answering the correct part on the last question? What disease? do you think it is? And they answered HIV. What is it? It should be AIDS. Why is it not HIV? HIV spread through needle, AIDS won't spread through needle. But what's the difference between HIV and AIDS? No? No? AIDS dia punya disease. HIV is? HIV virus. Virus is a pathogen. Very good. That's why do not complicate yourself when you misunderstood all those terms. Okay, that's why I want you to recall balik what are pathogen, what is vector, what is host. Okay, do not get confused onto this one. Group number 3, all questions, you are correct. Okay, they are the sharing of needles, but not just needles, actually, contaminated needles. But not shown in this picture is how AIDS can spread, not just through sharing needles. Group number 3, can you add on? What are other ways how AIDS spread from one host to another, besides sharing contaminated needles? Besides sharing contaminated needles, how does it spread? There's more than one way. Unprotected sexual intercourse. Okay? Lagi? Sharing personal belongings. How does somebody get AIDS by sharing personal belongings? Like what personal belongings? Toothbrush. How does that happen? Okay, there's blood in the gums. Okay, if it's from an infected person, there are chances of spreading that. Right? Clear onto this one? Any questions so far before we move on to group number 4? Now, group number 4. So far, we talked about cholera, malaria, AIDS. Now, group number 4, identify lifestyle, unhealthy lifestyle. Group number 4, can you elaborate here? What's actually happening? What's actually happening? People drinking and smoking, so why is it bad? What type of diseases? We have covered this. Detoxification, not detoxification. For example, smoking. What type of disease happens? Lung cancer. Lungs, chronic bronchitis. Coronary heart disease. Now, coronary heart disease is actually from topic number 11, right? 11, yeah, topic number 11. Can somebody explain more about coronary heart disease? Both smoking actually leads to coronary heart disease, chronic bronchitis, emphysema, and then it leads to coronary heart disease. Can somebody explain what coronary heart disease is? Very good. What happens with the plaque? I want from different volunteers, not group number 1, they have been answering. What's coronary heart disease? Group number 3, what's coronary heart disease? Group number 1 initiated saying, group number 1 said something is blocking the coronary artery. And that something is called plaque. So, when this happens, what are the symptoms? Less oxygen, very good. Less oxygen received by other organs. Hallucination is the alcohol, symptoms of alcohol. We're talking about coronary heart disease. Less binding of oxygen. And then breathing, difficulty in breathing. Chest pain, very good. That's what I'm looking for. Okay? Chest pain is the first few symptoms. If it is not treated, Rifai, what does it become? If chest pain are not treated, it becomes heart attack. Right? That's bringing previous topic to this lesson. Okay, which is what, number 4? Sorry, I cannot see. What is happening here? People smoking and drinking in the open. And last few parts. What disease do you think it is? Very good. Everything explained here. Bronchitis, emphysema, coronary heart disease. Okay, that summarizes the topic number 12 that we have covered so far. Right? So in the next few lessons, we're going to talk about immunity. We talk about disease. Next part, we're going to talk about immunity. Right, let's move on. Hold on now. Okay. You have justified. Now, next part, lesson plenary. Right? Looking back from the lesson starter, looking back into the village poster, knowledge is key. Knowledge allows you to prevent all these forms of diseases. Now, collectively reflect back, okay, from what we have covered so far, judging from the poster, what should you do, okay, as a person with awareness? What should people in the village do to improve their overall health? Right? What should they do? Just reflect back, give 2-3 ways, and then we're going to circle back to this particular question. Talk within your group. I'm only giving you less than 5 minutes, and then we're going to wrap up the lesson. Okay? I just want to voice out all the other options. Not related to your prom, can you try to circle as well other diseases that you have not shared? Circle saja. Pencil saja. Sorry. Group number 2, you circle which part tadi? This one kan? What other diseases that you can find here? Not related to your prom, whichever. What do you think you should do? Improve medical resources. What did you say, sir? Clean water, access to clean water. Those are the privileges that we have here, kan? Right? So that's why certain diseases that we have taught so far, we don't see it as common as underdeveloped countries. Right? So here, one extra task for you to do, just now you circle here, right? Related to HIV. Can you circle other diseases in this particular village that is not related to the prompt that I gave you earlier? Circle using pencil sahaja. Right? So that you understand diseases can be transmitted more than one way. Can you try circle? Just now you circle alcohol drinking, right? Can you try to circle any other diseases using pencil that are spreading in this village? Just now some groups share HIV. What else? There's actually more. Very good. Very good. Atu kenapa?
Contaminated water.
So what's with contaminated water? Kenapa kan kalau contaminated water? What are they using it for? What do you think? Try guess. For drinking, washing, or showering. So what if you use it? Let's say this one happens in the back of your house, and then you use the dirty water to use it for drinking. And then what happened in your body? Okay, and then diarrhea and so on. All these are forms of cholera, kan? Right? So what should they do actually? Those are the questions that I want you to reflect on. What should the people in the village do? Hmm? Clean the water. Can you recall on the video that we shared, we watched last class? How do they clean or purify the water?
Filter.
They filter it. But is filtering enough? No, they boil it, they filter it. What else did they do? They did something extra.
Set up process to
Hmm? Another one. Another one on the water part. They clean, dia bagi apa? Ia clean salt and sugar. Very good. Those are mineral salts that energizes back your body. Because when we look back, some of the symptoms of malaria or cholera, for instance, they make people sick to the point they become severing, dehydrated, and so on. So adding sugar and salt is one way to get back that energy, right? There's something here. Which part is talking about diseases? This part.
the no social distancing.
Eh? No? Hmm. Boys, what do you think the people should do? Campaign, very good. Clear out any stagnant water, very good. Right? Now, let's circle back. That is it. Let's see. Right now, there are some interesting answers, but before we all discuss all these potential answers, let's look at this part. I asked one group, I asked some of the groups actually to circle some of the diseases that they can point out in the poster, right? And obviously you can point out more. Now here, I told them there is one problem here. The car, what happened? What was it? We're talking about disease. We're talking about disease. Not car pollution. Look at what's happening to the driver. What is the driver doing? Not littering. What is he holding? Nuclear, but okay. Alcohol, holding an alcohol, and then he is while driving. He is operating a vehicle while drinking. You call it drunk driving. So my point is, okay, yang this part, mana dia, right? This part, you see people here who are also drinking alcohol, still gives a serious problem. It gives an even serious problem when a person is drunk driving. So, in other words, okay, doing this type of lifestyle, it does not only impact one person's health. Okay, it impacts the environment, it impacts the society as well. What's going to happen if, let's say, he loses consciousness here? Okay, intoxication, and then unconscious. What happened to the people surrounding the car? Langgar, right? So it doesn't affect the alcoholic lifestyle. Not only the alcoholic lifestyle, it affects the people surrounding him as well. Right? And I hear, back to the question on the lesson plenary, and I hear answers such as this one. What should the people in the village do to improve their health? I hear answers by drinking clean water, and then they can recall, what was it? What did they do with the cleaning water in the video that we looked at? Filter, boil, salt and sugar, okay, to re-energize back the body. And I hear one more good reflection from this group. What did you do? What should the village do to improve their health, overall health? Campaign. Okay, back to the moral integration, responsibility for your health, for the society. Campaign. What else? Ban alcohol. Clear stagnant water. Back to the picture right here. This is a challenge. Your answer was clear stagnant water. Tapi kalau Ani cuma kan clear. from a river right here. From this part. How do you clear that water? Buat longkang. What else? Buat longkang? Huh? Teamwork? Okay. Kalau ada lupak ba? What do you do? Fill it with sand, put cement on it, okay, build proper roads and so on. So now collectively, all these diseases, these are just example of what's happening, how diseases are transmitted. So from your judgment, from the prompts that we have shared, diseases can be spread in more than one way. That is why we concluded with knowledge is key. Prevention is better than cure. Right? So, knowing how to prevent it, you can build a much more healthy community as a whole. What are the instances, examples that you did in this school? In this school, what did you do as an initiative to build a healthy school community? Campaign. What else? Campaign apa? Campaign sekolah. What else? What did you do in class? Mop, dirty roster, and so on. All right. So all these things are personal responsibility. But completing your own personal responsibility builds a healthier community. Right? So doesn't mean okay, yang AIDS, cholera, malaria, and so on, all these things you don't see it common around you. But doesn't mean that you should not care about it. Right? You should care about it because it builds a healthy community in the world. Clear? Any questions so far? So we identified lesson objective number 1 and number 2. You should be able to describe and explain. Any other question? No? Right? So with that, we'll conclude the lesson on disease. Inshallah, we'll continue with immunity in the next class. Right? And excretion. Any other question? No? Right, so I'll end the lesson here. Please give back the poster right to the front. And devices as well. Okay? Attendance dari mana? File attendance. Cepat tadi Hadi dan alright. Okay. 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 Satu lagi ya, tekan marah. Ini how ni. Ampai saja. Alright, I'll share the poster in the WhatsApp group. Can you remind Hadi to take one of the posters kalau ya ada next class. Alright, I'll end the class today. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Alright, thank you boys. Boys, can you help me? The stool, kerusi, naikkan atas the bench. Next class, same